1, 2, 3.
Hey, give it up for Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys. What a lively crowd we have here today at Barn Wired in beautiful downtown Sigourney. Again, Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys, our Iowa Music Showcase, and Amanda Snakenberg with Barn Wired in attendance. Give it up for Amanda here. Hey! Boy, they are appreciative today. Amanda, get in here into the picture. Amanda, you own and operate Barn Wired here in Sigourney, and of course, we're coming up on the lunch hour. You got anything good on the menu today?
Our sandwich of the week is chicken, bacon, Caesar wrap. So that's always a good.
Sure. And you got the full menu, right? You love doing this, don't you? I didn't put you on the spot at all.
We have smoked meats, sandwiches, salads, you name it, we have it. We just started serving breakfast, so.
Yeah. Get in here for breakfast. I know you were doing a special thing for the Sigourney Keota players and coaches and cheerleaders. Was there how'd that go today? Was there a good turnout?
Yes, it was good, and the support was awesome. So as usual, we do the Cobras drinks on Fridays also, and then a portion of that goes back to the Cobra Club. So.
Awesome. So get in here to Barn Wired. Of course, they've got all sorts of goodies that you can shop. What else does the tell the audience in case they haven't been to Barn Wired yet? What else do you got in here? Stuff.
We have home decor, so we have gift items plus decorations, full coffee bar and full alcoholic bar. And then
she might be heading that way after she gets done with this interview.
yeah.
So get in here to Barn Wired. We're having fun. The lunch hour coming right up. We've already got several people in here to take advantage of that. So, Amanda, I apologize for putting you on the spot, but we're going to do this every week here at Barn Wired. All right. So, Amanda Snakenberg with Barn Wired. All right. Hey, guys. So we got Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys. And you guys, my light is flashing at me. I don't know why. It's the beauty of live Facebook and YouTube. But you guys, of course, we've known each other for several years. When I was doing the radio thing, you guys were my very first artists for the radio segment that we did. So what did we go back about 5-6 years now?
Yeah, I think the first time we did it was 2018, Steve, I do believe. So.
Okay. So, yeah, and you guys are from Deep River, Montezuma-ish area?
DePrever area.
DePrever.
Yeah, I'm from Deep River.
I don't know if I would claim the Montezuma Deep River area, but I am from the Hartwick area, otherwise known as the Holy Land of Victor.
Right. Kale?
And I am from Montezuma, Lake Ponderosa area.
All right. And your brother now, if I've been seeing pictures correctly, is also a part of the band now.
Yes, he is. He couldn't be here today because he is finishing up high school this year, so we couldn't drag him along during the day, but on the weekends, yes, he is with us.
And speaking of which, you guys have a busy weekend as usual. I know you guys have been on the road a lot this summer, playing a lot of things at the State Fair, and you've got a busy weekend coming up this weekend. Where else are you going to be playing?
Yeah, Saturday we go to Petersburg, Iowa, which it says like up by Dyersville, and we do. I can't remember what those. It's a festival up there.
Right.
They've done for many years, and then Sunday we go to Sutherland, Iowa, which is over closer to Okoboji, south of there. So. And we play at a place called Sweeney's Clubhouse there on Sunday for their Labor Day festival.
Cool. All right. And I was kind of scrolling through your Facebook earlier. You're going to be playing at Adventureland, what, in October or something like that?
Oktoberfest, but it's in September. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest in September.
Yep. Welcome to Adventureland. So.
Where you can ride a tornado and see a family show, and you're the family show, I guess, coming up in September.
Easy now. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to scoot out of the way. Let's get a live tune from you. You going to do some originals today for us or some covers?
Yeah, I'll let Ed introduce this one since he wrote it and he's going to sing it. So.
All righty. Here's Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys, and there's my light back on.
Sure. So this song we actually just released yesterday, so it is straight off of the block. It's right out there today, so you can find it anywhere that you stream music. You can find a nice video of it or a promo video on our Facebook as well if you want to get a little preview before you commit to streaming it somewhere. But this was hopefully going to get you kicked off for your weekend activities here for Labor Day.
And I do have to tell you, if you look at the video that you have on Facebook,
is.
he's wearing the same shirt.
It is the same shirt. Yep. So I think this one will be a good anthem to kick you off for Labor Day here.
Let's do it. Here's
Bring the
Tyler
whistle.
Richton and the High Bank Boys.
Jim Beam, JD, or Dr. Jimmy Crow, line them doubles up before we start the show. Baby, Wild Tea, or Makers, can't you see that it ain't country if you don't bring the whiskey? Well, we rode into town, rough and ready, set to play. They've done me wrong, heartbreak songs, the best our heroes made. But Jones just don't go down smooth with Tito's and lemonade. So get that mash out of the stash before we hit the stage. Jam Beam, JD, or Dr. Jimmy Crow, line them doubles up before we start the show. Baby, Wild Tea, or Makers, can't you see that it ain't country if you don't bring the whiskey? Jam Beam, JD, or Dr. Jimmy Crow, line them doubles up before we start the show. Baby, Wild Tea, or Makers, can't you see that it ain't country if you don't bring the whiskey?
Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys here on the Iowa Music Showcase here at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney. Again, coming up on the lunch hour. So if you're watching us right now and you're not in here yet, you got plenty of time to get in. About 11:40 right now on your Friday for our first ever Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we'll be featuring a different musical act, probably mostly country, but doesn't necessarily have to be. We might bring in some other genres of music as well from across the great state of Iowa. Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys. Ed, I apologize. We're crammed in here today into this corner of Barnwired, and your head's getting cut off.
Nobody wants to see me anyway.
Go ahead.
I got a face for radio and a voice for nothing, so.
You usually don't sing, at least lead on songs. So was that the first time singing lead in a recorded track?
It would be singing lead for one that we've done together as a recorded track. You know, we kind of switch off and do a couple songs to show, you know, that we will sing lead on. But we're usually backing up the big guy over here. But we decided to mix it up a little bit and get a couple tracks on this last project we did to get to sing a couple tunes too. So.
Well, awesome. Yeah, it's good to throw the spotlight over Ed's way. Also, I was hearing stories. I had some friends that went up to Guthrie's River Ruckus.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys were playing there, right?
Not this
Or did
year.
you play? All right, so you were just in. All right. Well, I was going to say, the story's about you.
Oh, boy.
It's all good. How that folks that up at the River Ruckus, the guy was telling me that, you know, afterwards people just kind of hang out in their little areas where people are camping and doing whatever. But musicians are, you know, maybe just busting out a guitar or busting out their fiddle. So it's just kind of an open jam session wherever you go. So the guy I was with, Sean, or the guy that was with I can't even talk right now. The guy that was there said that you just happened to pop in. I think maybe Iowa's Mike Bernard was hanging out, and then you just stopped in and started playing fiddle.
Yep, yeah. So me and a buddy, Christian Williams, we kind of make the rounds usually when we're over at River Ruckus. We did last year when we played. We kind of go around and just pop into campsites and stuff. But then this year I just went up for fun, so we just kind of buzz around and go between campsites, have a little fun, play a little music, make a few tips, get some beer.
Very cool. Yeah, I've never been up to the River Ruckus, so I need to check that out sometime. That's every summer in Guthrie Center, right? Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep.
The River Ruckus at up at Guthrie Center. Again, the Iowa Music Showcase. Now, I also saw earlier this summer you guys had the opportunity to play and open for Neil McCoy, correct?
Yeah.
And where was that at?
That was at Wild Hogs in Walford, Iowa.
Okay. Now they host several bigger names.
Yeah,
right?
they got Mark Chestnut coming up, not this Labor Day weekend, but the next weekend. So, yeah, they get some names through there.
Yeah. Now, Neil McCoy, did you guys get to hang out with him at all? Or,
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Is he as fun
Oh,
and
man.
as personable as he seems to be?
Just as down to earth as ever. You would never know that he has done anything. I mean, no ego to him whatsoever. And just making jokes with all of us and acted like we were old friends from the start. So a really good guy. Really enjoy his music too.
Yeah.
So we would open for him anytime they'll let us. So.
Yeah. Of course, Neil McCoy was huge in the 1990s. He actually has a new song. I saw he put a new song out that was climbing up the iTunes country charts quite a bit here just in
Old
the last
Car,
couple
I
of
think
weeks.
is what it's called. It's called Old Car.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he played that one. It's a good song too.
Yeah, so if you like Neil McCoy, you like 90s music, you might want to check out that new one from him that's out there right now. Again, Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys for our Iowa Music Showcase. I'll back out once again and let you guys take over. What song's up next?
And now we're gonna put the spotlight on Kale and
right.
let him sing a song that he wrote. That's also going to be coming out here sometime next few months. Kale, you want to say anything? Or?
It's called Cheat Another Fool. Wrote it a couple years ago, and we're excited to, get it out on the radio.
Awesome, let's do it. Here's Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys.
Love is a dangerous game that we both play. You ran with your heart while mine stayed. We jumped the tracks like we had nothing to lose. But when we crashed, you broke my heart in two. Honey, can't we sit and talk for a while? How long's it been since the last time that you smiled? Who was I to think we'd make it through when you'd moved on to cheat another fool? Broken promises are all you'd made. Why can't we go back to the good old days when we'd laugh and love and steal a kiss or two? We can't stand to sit in the same room. Honey, can't we sit and talk for a while? How long's it been since the last time that you smiled? Who was I to think we'd make it through when you'd moved on to cheat another fool? Honey, can't we sit and talk for a while? How long's it been since the last time that you smiled? Who's I to think we'd make it through? When you moved on to cheat another fool. You moved on to cheat another fool.
Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys on our Iowa Music Showcase live here at Barnwire in Sigourney. What's with this light? Oh, that's all right. We'll hope it's all right. We're back on with the Iowa Music Showcase here at Barnwired. Now, earlier this year, actually it was at the very beginning of this year, you guys put out the album Country Standards. One of my favorite songs was Well Spent Time, which was just a very simple song. But sometimes when it's simple is when it's really the most heartfelt and can really touch a nerve. So any certain stories behind that song?
Yeah, so I wrote Well Spent Time. I would have wrote that probably in June or July of 2021. So one that kind of came in early, and I think the power of the song is really in that there's several meanings that can touch people in a lot of different ways and relationships that they may have had. I kind of had my application that it was specifically written about, but it touches on love that's lost, love that's gained. Specific instances that make you endeared to somebody, and maybe how you feel about losing them as well, and where you might be at the end of that. So that's kind of the lowdown on Well Spent Time. But no, that's one of my favorites that we've done as well.
Yeah, and that album full of great songs. I can't. It doesn't give me a number on Spotify, but how many songs are on that album? 10 songs. All right, and it's called Country Standards, which kind of explains your guys' thought process into country music. You like the older stuff. Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? Who are some of your influences growing up and continue to be to this day?
Sure. Yeah. Country Standards was a very natural name. We felt good about it once it kind of came out. It came about naturally. I think Cale kind of threw it out there once at one of the practices. And our influences are all the oldies, Merle Haggard, Alabama, Charlie Daniels. I just about said John Wayne, but he has new music, but he's an influence too. And Waylon Jennings, I don't know if I said that, Johnny Cash, just all that old stuff, and then some new stuff as well. That's kind of reverting back to that. We these two rely heavily on Turnpike for a lot of their influence, and then Tyler Childers, we drew off of him a little bit. I mean, to me, that song you were just talking about, Well Spent Time, just the feel of that one is very Tyler Childers, Appalachia style. That's the thought it invoked for me. So yeah, just. We're into the oldies for sure,
which is cool. You're not going to be doing any Florida Georgia Line or Dan and Shay anytime soon.
I forgot we can say that stuff now. Yeah, no, we will not be.
How about that? Oh, go ahead.
Let's say we were not heartbroken when we heard that they were splitting up, even though now we've just got 2 times people making bad music. But
it's like 2, like you said, 2 Florida Georgia Lines. Nothing against Florida Georgia Line fans. What do you think of that new guy, the sensation? What's his name? Oliver. What's his last name? Anthony. Yeah. Oliver Anthony. The guy that's just standing out there in the wilderness with the long, bushy red beard. Yeah. What do you think of his style? And he just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that comes from a place that obviously a lot of tones in that song resonate with a lot of people out there, and I think it goes to show too the ability for people to reach a new audience coming from nowhere so quickly, whether that's people on TikTok, artists that are on YouTube, any online platform, right? If you get heard by the right person and it catches on, you don't need to be talking to going through a record label or getting your song played on millions of radio stations, thousands of radio stations. All it takes with today's world that we're in with the internet is a foothold, right? And good on him that he was able to get himself a foothold, recording out in the backwoods of West Virginia with his dog running around in the background, you know, and be able to take something like that recording and then leverage that into where he is now. I think it tells a lot about the music industry and where it's at today. I mean, you can just look at folks like Zach Bryan or any of the folks that have gone big on TikTok, right? They've had the same deal where you get found by one person. It doesn't take a record label. It just takes people building you up online.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully that'll happen for you guys. You know, it's because it's funny, you know, like we were saying earlier, we've known each other for a few years now. And just in that amount of time, from me catching you guys live every once in a while, it's like you guys have just grown leaps and bounds. You know, your stage presence has really come out. And just your overall entertainment level, and your maturity and you know, just your musicianship is really showing through.
Yeah. We thought, like, you know, if we can't have fun with it, they're not going to have fun with it. You know, we see too many acts that just stand up there and sing and like expect it, and that works for some people. You know, if the crowd's into that and they just want to hear the song, you know, but. We play a lot on, you know, Chris Ledoux was a big showman. You know, obviously Garth Brooks was a big showman. Just made it big because a lot of their stuff was based off that entertainment aspect of it. So people come, they want to be entertained. And like I say, you know, if we're standing up there like statues, the crowd probably going to be statues too. So.
Well, let's do one more song on our Iowa Music Showcase, but we're gonna wrap this up with 5 random questions because
boy.
you knew we had to do that.
You burned me on that the last time. I was like, yeah.
So let's do one more. What are you gonna end with here?
This one here is written by Ed as well. As the first song that we put out in May of this year off our most recent time down in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. This one's called Glacier Days.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
She's got emerald eyes and long blonde hair, sophisticated smile and a confident air. A big city girl that can heat up the night, but my heart still goes to the cold big sky. I wish she'd take a match and light up the flame I was looking for in my younger days, but that sleeping bag on the mountain range still holds my mind on our glacier days. She cares all about my crummy days, laughs at my jokes, takes my cares away. But that Montana sky and those big pine trees where we were in love still call to me. I wish she'd take a match and light up the flame I was looking for in my younger days, but that sleeping bag on the mountain range still holds my mind on our glacier days. She's got emerald eyes and long blonde hair, but my heart's with you in that mountain air. I wish she'd take a match and light up the flame I was looking for in my younger days, but that sleeping bag on the mountain range still holds my mind on our glacier days. She's got emerald eyes and long blonde hair, sophisticated smile and a confident air.
Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys here on the Iowa Music Showcase at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Great songs. Rapid fire, 5 random questions. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Tyler, we'll start with you.
Sure.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
All right. That's about as rapid fire as you get.
looked
let's
like
see here.
it before.
How do you grill the perfect burger?
Hot grill, flip once, 2 minutes aside, medium inside.
All right, Ed. You're wrinkling your nose at that. Ed, why is it great? Are you single? You're a single guy, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why is it great to be single?
I get to do all of the things that I enjoy, and no one is pulling me with every which way from my time. So I get to do the things that I enjoy. If I want to go work out till 11 o'clock, I go work out till 11 o'clock. If I end up staying after practice until midnight, no one's calling me angry.
All right, let's do the opposite of that. Why is it great to be married, Tyler?
Did you plan that? To work out that
I mean,
way?
it's on here, but let's do it that way.
It's great to be married because I got somebody who cares for me. Like sometimes you just can't take care of yourself, you know. So,
You
and
got a great little family.
oh yeah, she keeps me in line a lot of the times too. Like I'm calling her this morning, like where's this in the laundry? Is this done? You know, where are my contacts at? You know, simple stuff. So,
Let's see here. If we had to get rid of one professional sport, which one would you get rid of?
oh, this is easy.
Are you a sports guy?
I am, and my girlfriend's going to be really mad at me for this, but soccer.
Yes, that's the one.
You
Great
mean football?
choice.
No. So get rid of soccer. Okay, and then Ed, we'll end with you. What's something that will always be in fashion, at least for you?
Bib shorts, aka the Borts. So I wore them. I wore them to River Ruckus, and it was a huge hit. Conversation started with everyone. It's never not in fashion. For some people, it may never be in fashion, but they just don't know what they're talking about.
Bib shorts. You'll have to send me a link. Maybe I'll get some of those for next
I'll
time.
get you. Yeah, mine are custom. Yeah, you got to wear out a pair of regular bibs to where the knees show through, and then you cut them off right about mid thigh, and then you're set.
You should sell those on your guys' website or something. That should be
Seems like something boutique wise you could sell at Barn Wired.
exactly. All right, well, guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. The half hour has flown by, as it always does when we're talking. But thank you so much for taking time to be my first artist on the Iowa Music Showcase. Thank you. Yeah. And again, get in here to Barn Wired. We're pretty packed the way it is already, but the lunch hour is upon us. You can get in here, get something to eat, get something to drink, and they will take care of you at Barn Wired in Sigourney. You want to take us out with something while we end things?
Lost me in there.
Hit her again.
So again, Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys. Thank you guys.
1, 2, 3.